Hello, I'm Sarah Renee Clark, and on this channel I like to do a lot of colouring with pencils and markers, and more recently I looked on the App Store to find 100 colouring apps for the iPad. But today I'm taking that to a new level again. I received a message on Instagram from Emma Austin, who recommended to me a 3D colouring book that she found in an app called Mental Canvas. So from my understanding, this is the first of its kind. This is the first 3D colouring book that I've ever heard of, and this app sounds really intriguing. So let's have a look. So I wanted to experience this fresh with you guys, so I haven't even installed it yet. I might regret that later because I don't know if this thing has a learning curve, but there's only one way to find out. Mental Canvas is a drawing app that aims to bring new technology to art and take it beyond the limitations of paper. Unlike most digital apps that still work off a flat surface, this app breaks the boundaries of a traditional canvas and combines it with 3D technology, allowing artists to draw or make notes in a 3D space without learning complex 3D modeling. So here we are. A blank canvas. Oh, it's not a blank canvas.
And then draw a plane anywhere you'd like. Now we're going to use the projection tool to lift up the plane.
I'm not paying enough attention.
This is a preview window that you can use to find a helpful view.
I was supposed to be watching the tutorial and I got distracted and now I have no idea what's going on. So we can zoom in and out on our canvas. The navigation is like, no, hang on, I'm in draw mode. View mode, we can move. Look at that. So there's a bit of a 3D. Pinch to zoom, that's pretty intuitive. I feel like I should be able to change the angle with 2 fingers. I think maybe Google Maps lets you do that. And so my brain's trying to do what Google Maps does. So that's different. So 1 finger does that. So getting used to those initial finger movements is definitely going to be key to making this a really easy thing to use. The bookmarks at the bottom allow you to take a photo of your current view so that you can quickly come back to it or create a sequence. And draw mode is where you create your scenes, like this little plane I was supposed to create in the tutorial, which I can then move into a different place in the 3D space using the projection tool at the top of the screen. Okay. I did something.
Nice job. You just created your first spatial drawing.
Did I? I did something. Yay. He's flying. Okay, so I think I get the general gist of this. Now, I do want to have a go at creating something from scratch in this app now that I've kind of got an idea of how it works. But first, I want to have a look at some of what other people have created in the gallery on their website. I should probably mention at this point, I am not affiliated with this app in any way. I genuinely just thought this was cool. So this is not sponsored. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I just came in at a really bad angle. Whoa, there we go. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I'm getting a better picture here. Apparently I just came in at the wrong spot. Someone has created a really intense battle scene. Surely this wasn't drawn in the app though. I wonder if this means you can import images. Cal's Cars. This is cute. It really is like a 3D drawing. Ooh. It's clever that this is like almost, it's like a movie, but you can also interact with it. It's like a mini animated movie and there's even sequences happening, but you can interrupt at any point and just dive in and look around. The fact that even in their gallery that you can now interactively move around this is really cool. So in our templates here, we have the 3D coloring page. While I'm waiting for this to load, quick shout out to Nerdy Crafter for this really cool shirt that I thought was the perfect fit today, being Mental Canvas, and it is a creative brain. So go check out her channel if you haven't already. I don't know if she's still selling these. I think they were a limited edition, but it is very cool. I'm very happy with it. So I'll pop a link to her channel in the comments. So this is the 3D coloring book. So this 3D colouring book is essentially set up as flat artwork layered on multiple canvases in front of each other. So you can colour them in individually, but view them all in 3D. The artist has made this fairly easy to use, locking the line layers and giving you an artwork layer in each canvas to do all your colouring with the app's built-in tools. The tools and brushes are pretty good. You can choose your colours, brush size and the opacity, and with some time you could really put some detail into this. The only downside is that because this isn't an app specifically designed for colouring, it's up to you to stay in the lines. As much as I'm tempted to colour in this whole page, I think I'll stop here for now because I'd like to try creating a 3D colouring page of my own. I've chosen a template here with a foreground, a middle ground and a background, and I'm actually going to use my colouring sticker pack from the colouring planner to see if I can import those and work from there as a start to make my own 3D colouring scene. I feel very out of my depth right now. Don't know why I thought it was a good idea to try this for the first time in the video. I probably should have tried this and created a masterpiece and then come back and shown you how to use it. So it did take a while to get my head around the basics. Watching a few more tutorials first would have helped, but I often like to explore things for myself, even if it isn't necessarily the smartest way to learn something new. I've decided to try recreating a few of the colouring pages from my 2022 colouring planner. I already have the artwork drawn for these, so instead of starting from scratch, I can rearrange what I've already got into separate layers and start thinking about how these might look in this 3D world. I'm definitely more comfortable working in the programs I already know and importing my layers as PNG images into this app. This gives me more flexibility in what I can create using all the tools I'm already familiar with and gives me control over my layers before setting up my scene. Saving my layers as a PNG file gives them a clear background so they can be imported directly into this app without any white background behind each object. Then it's just a matter of setting up each of my canvases in the right place in the 3D space before importing my images and placing them where I want. The more I use this app, the easier this gets, and I think I'm starting to get the hang of the workflow and how to move around the different views and canvases. I have noticed that I can't rotate the view around as much in the drawing mode as I can in the viewing mode, which actually makes sense, but it has confused me a few times. I am curious about the commercial options for a tool like this, especially since they do offer a paid subscription where you can remove the watermark and embed this interactive scene on your website using their web player like the examples that they had in their gallery. If you're someone who does animation with art imported into a program like Adobe After Effects, this probably won't replace that for you. I still think something like After Effects has way more control and advanced features like particle effects, motion blur, and depth of field. And if your end goal is to create a movie from your layered art, that's probably a better choice. But this allows you to create more of an interactive experience for yourself or for the people that are exploring your art. It's a better option for someone who's wanting to just explore 3D space as a beginner without the huge learning curve of something like Adobe After Effects or other 3D programs. If you're wanting a 3D interactive activity that viewers can move around on their own, this is perfect. I'm curious to know if there are other programs out there that offer something like this. Unfortunately, the website publishing features are only available in those paid plans. Otherwise, I definitely invite you to come and walk through my new 3D colouring pages with me. For personal users though, it's fun to explore and it challenges you to think outside the box with your creativity, literally. You seem to be able to create unlimited canvases that cross over and interact with each other in any direction. With some time and planning, I can see this being a huge opportunity to create something really unique and intricate. I'm not sure if the personal version will be free forever. I hope so. This is a lot of fun and it would be a shame if this became a pay-to-play tool. So if it's something you want to explore, best to jump in soon and check it out. And please let me know in the comments if you know of any other apps or websites that offer something similar to this, because I would love to see them. So this second scene is a bit intense. I could keep adding more to this, but I wanted to try colouring something in. Unfortunately, because my images are imported as flat PNG files, I can't use the fill bucket tool. So I'd love to see if there was a way to import an SVG file or something that can recognize the lines. In the meantime, this just means using the brush tools, so forgive me for my super messy coloring example here. In fact, let's move on. For my final page, I had an idea to make these butterflies seem even more three-dimensional by separating each wing in my original image and putting them on their own canvas on a different angle. This takes a little longer, but it means that the final butterflies actually look like they are frozen in time halfway into flapping their wings. I also wanted to try a cloudy sky effect by painting some patches of different colours that were half transparent but placing them at different points in the 3D space. If my plan works like I'm hoping, moving through these should create the feeling of moving through clouds in the sky. After 3 to 4 hours of playing around, I've been able to create 3 scenes inspired by my 2022 colouring planner. All could be improved with some more time and planning, but this was definitely a fun place to start, and they came together fairly quickly once I got my head around how it all works. So obviously I need to spend a lot more time in this app. There is a lot of potential here, and I can see this just having unlimited possibilities when it comes to doing something creative without the limitations of a traditional canvas. So I might keep exploring this further for myself, and I want to put a challenge out to my YouTube art friends. If any of you are up for the challenge, check out this app and please tag me when you do, because I would love to see what each of you do with your own art styles in something like this. If you would like to see me taking on more digital art, or if you have any other ideas that you would like to see in 2022, please subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you found this video interesting, but please don't go anywhere. I have got some more videos right here for you to enjoy next.